thing where you can actually read it on the screen, but I wouldn't be able to see it anyway.
Well, we don't have a crew.
Crew! Key grips! Assistance!
Someone cue the thing.
Welcome back to I Do with 42.
The wedding podcast.
This is episode 2, Brooke.
I'm so excited.
I'm more excited, I think. I don't know. Can I be more excited than you?
Of course.
So I think the reason why I'm so excited is because we have the man, the myth, the legend, Brett Hatfield with Hatfield Productions, filming this podcast for us.
I know.
And I mean, he's legendary. He's a pro. Like, we're going to be famous.
That's
Do you
what
agree?
I'm saying. I mean, I just met him, but I feel the vibes.
Yeah, I mean, he's the guy when you want videography for your wedding. So I'm really, really excited.
Yeah. So that's why the setting is different, because this is a full production.
Right now, he's actually right behind you, holding up money, like, keep on talking. Like, keep on talking.
Right.
Yeah, so.
Electric bills paid, rent's paid, car note paid.
New alternator. Okay, so another exciting thing is that the West Events here on Madeira Beach actually allowed us to do this podcast here. We love the West Events, located here on Madeira Beach, Florida, and we're going to be interviewing Heather soon to kind of talk about her as the venue manager and what West Events has to offer. We have a lot of events coming up here with not only 42 Lights, but also planning, coordinating, DJ services, some rentals, and also some videography and photography coming up next month. Super excited.
I like the space because it's blank and you really can make it whatever you want.
And they're very easy to work with, and they allow you to do whatever you want. Well, not whatever, but they don't really have a lot of restrictions.
You don't have to be flameless candles or anything like that.
Right.
And a lot of people
sparks.
want real.
Yeah. Heather, the manager, is great. We just actually spoke to Lori, one of the owners. She's amazing. Another thing that I love about this venue is it is located right on Gulf Boulevard. So you can have your beach wedding at the beach access, and your guests can come right on over, go right into cocktail. They have beautiful suites, which we're going to show you. Yeah, pretty cool spot.
Yeah, I like it here. It's really nice.
So today I would like to get into a little bit about what we do. So obviously we're a wedding planning, coordination, and event rental company. Not only do we offer event planning and coordination and rentals, but we also offer services such as bartending services, DJ services,
photography, basically all inclusive. Anything that you could want at a wedding or just at an event in general, 42 Lights offers it.
We can bring the entire wedding to you, to any blank space, to any DIY space, and to any venue, basically. So I think that the number one question when we do expos or talk to couples or anything like that is, what services do you offer? Which of course is a blank statement, but I think defining those services in detail of what is included is actually what needs to be talked about. Do you agree?
I think so too. It's a lot. It's like we just throw up on them. We give them this paper, and then they go home and they're like, what is all of this? Do I need all of this? Do I want all of this?
Right. So when a girl gets engaged, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy overwhelming. Pinterest, TikTok, everything. They automatically are told you should get a day of coordinator. So what do you think goes through their heads when they hear day of coordination?
I think they just solely think we show up and are just there, and that they still have to handle the stressful parts of the day.
Yeah. Or some people think the day of coordination is full planning.
Oh,
too.
They do. Okay.
And they think, they're going to do everything for me. So our packages, obviously, we have setup and breakdown, we have day of coordination, month of coordination, and full planning. So the setup and breakdown, do you want to explain?
Yeah, because it's honestly not self-explanatory, really.
No
one really knows.
Yeah,
it's the decor. So there's more or less a planning meeting. You kind of get what they're expecting, the color scheme, what they're expecting the tablescapes to look like, and then we come in, we show up prior to the event starting, we decorate the tables, anything that needs to be set up, whether it be an arch or any of the upgrades, any of the decor, and then when it's over, we come in and we take it all away.
Exactly. So that's our more affordable package. So if you're the planner, if you're a type A kind of bride, that's definitely the package that, you might want to just take over if you have family helping or if you're on a budget, very affordable. Day of coordination, I think a lot of people get day of and month of mixed up.
I think so too.
So day of coordination. We'll talk about 3 months before the event. We'll do one phone call. We will go over the timeline. You have already, as the bride, set up your venue. You've set up all of the vendors. Literally, you've done everything. We are just there to come in and execute your timeline.
Right.
So what do you think? You've done day of coordination versus month of. So tell me why you think day of coordination is a plus and a negative.
A plus and a negative.
Or like, pros and cons.
Pros and cons. I mean, there's definitely more pros than cons. I can't even really think of a con. I'll come back to it. But the pros is you literally get to enjoy your day. You get to show up to wherever you're getting ready, whether it be on site or Airbnb, whatever it is that you choose, and you literally don't have to worry about anything.
Right.
Like there may be a couple questions that need to be run by you, but it's literally, you do not have to do anything physically. I mean, if you want to come in and look at the decor, you can do that, but you're really just enjoying your day. You get to soak it in. You get to be with your people that you want to be with. Get ready, eat, and just enjoy yourself. You don't really have the stress of, okay, we need this, we need this, we need this. It's not, that is all pros.
Yeah, so we go in there, we show up, when you arrive on property, we set up the entire venue for you because it does include the setup and breakdown package.
Right.
And we set it all up, we make sure the vendors are arriving, the guests are arriving, vendors are doing what they're supposed to be doing, the venue is providing what they're supposed to be providing, and then we're there with you from start to finish. That is day of coordination. We are strictly there to go over the entire timeline and execute what you want. You've done most of the work at this point.
Yep.
Now, the difference between day of and month of, I highly recommend month of coordination, which I really hate that it's called month of coordination and day of coordination, to be honest, because month of coordination for me, I'm going to start working with you about 6 months out.
Right.
So if you book me as a couple and you do the month up package, which I highly recommend, you basically say, okay, I have my venue maybe, or I have some vendors, I just need your help a little bit. And then about 3 months before the wedding, I take over for you and I take the weight off your shoulders and I start communicating directly with the venue, the vendors, anything, the rentals. Of course, we can provide some of that for you, and some of those vendors might be mine. But I basically take that off your plate so you can breathe and enjoy being engaged. And then the same thing, the day of, we show up and we take care of everything and execute it to where you do not have to worry about anything. So the month of is probably my favorite package.
It's the best. It's the least, it takes all the stress off.
Yeah.
Especially, and I think all you have to really do is just have like one meeting with your photographer, your DJ, let them know your song selections, what your expectations are. Photographer wants to know what photos you want, and that's really it. Everything else is just really, let me tell you what I want, and just enjoy yourself.
Yeah. And then, of course, full planning is, I just got engaged. I know nothing about what I'm doing. I don't know anybody in the wedding industry. I need your help. That package is very affordable. We charge $3,000 for that package. That package is usually about $5,000 generally in the Tampa Bay area. But that package is us doing every single detail. We meet with you. We get together for coffee, drinks, whatever you want. We can go. I've had dinner with my couples. I've gone to their homes, and we basically plan everything from start to finish. The venue, the vendors. We help guide them with decor, everything, and basically that's a all-inclusive package as well. So that's kind of what we do as far as the packages go. And then I know you wanted to get into decor.
We come in, we set up all of the tablescapes, we set up the sweetheart table, the arches. It starts at $500, but it's so important to have someone do that because the setup is a lot of fun. And even for someone getting married, it would be a lot of fun, especially if you're not renting decor and you're buying all the decor. But the end, breaking it down and then keeping it like stored away and then trying to sell it for what you paid for it, and no one's gonna buy it for what you paid for it. So now you're out a lot of money. So it's just easier to come to us, tell us what you're thinking, what you want. We kind of give you a vision of what we can create. We don't ever commit to things that we can't do.
No.
And that's what's great, because we're not gonna say we can do something that we cannot do.
Right.
And so when we set up and we decide what it is that you want, we come in, we execute, and then at the end, you get to really just leave. Because we come in and take it all away. You don't have to take it home.
Pack it up.
You don't have to sell it. It's just basically rented.
Yeah, and I don't think I've ever had a couple that did my decor package that I didn't have what they wanted. Honestly.
Right.
I always make the joke that my husband hates me because my entire living room and garage is full of wedding decor, because I'm not even lying, it really is. And if I have a couple that books me that wants decor and they have a certain, candlestick in their Pinterest that they really, really love, and I know that I'll use it, I don't mind buying it. So the decor package is a nice add-on when you do our planning and coordination, because why not? Why not? We're already going to be there. I don't mind giving a good deal if we're going to do our decor. If it fits in my truck, we're good.
And if it doesn't, we're still good.
Yeah, and we'll rent a U-Haul. You want real flowers? We got real flowers.
Yeah.
I'll do it all. So Nothing I won't really do as far as like upgrades. I mean, unless it's,
No, it's just more. Usually,
Certain
what
licensing.
limits us is if the venue limits us. Like if you can't, if you have to have flameless, or if there's something specific that you want, more or less have to go to the venue and be like, "Are we allowed to do this?"
Right.
We don't really limit ourselves. We just have to go at the mercy of the venue.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we've talked about why it's important to hire a wedding planner and coordinator. Why do you think it's important to have, like, instead of, you and your mom and grandma doing it, what do you think, other than we take a lot of the weight off your shoulders, what are some other reasons that you think benefits somebody for hiring a planner and coordinator?
I mean, it releases all of the stress.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to literally think about anything.
Yeah.
You literally have already said everything that you want, and that's what happens. I mean, it's literally no stress when you just give it all to us.
Yeah. And it's nice too, because kind of we're like your advocate too. Venues try to change, vendors change. I mean, I have a wedding in a week and a half, and it's in Italy, so it's none of my vendors here in the States. But the DJ that we've been working with for the last year, he's expecting his second child, and he just emailed me today and said that he can't make it. So this has been kind of stressful. I haven't told my couple yet, because why stress her out? I'm going to handle it.
Right.
We have an English speaking MC, so it'll be fine. But things like that happen. So it's nice to have that planner coordinator to deal with that, because right now she's in Italy having the time of her life as her, last week being engaged. I'm not going to even tell her. I'm not going to tell her till it's time to tell her, and I'm going to handle it from now on. And in fact, I even reached out, and I have a new MC coming, so I know that it's, it's going to be okay. And with my DJ background, I can take over if I need to. Not that I want to, but.
But that's what I'm saying. There's so many little details of communications that you would have to deal with, that you're dealing with, and you're like, it's fine.
Yeah.
I haven't handled.
Yeah, exactly.
And if she was handling it, she would be stressed. She would not be enjoying herself in Italy right now.
Yep.
She'd be calling crying.
Yep. So, all right. I don't know. What else were we going to talk about? What do we love most about being wedding planners and coordinators? What do you love most about it?
I enjoy working with the couples.
Yeah.
Like, I literally brings me so much joy to see them so happy and like everything come to fruition for everything that they've been expecting. Like, that literally brings me so much joy. Watching the ceremony happen. I love watching the ceremony. It's very sweet. That's really what I love. Just meeting their needs and them being so happy and over the moon, and then they just can't stop gushing. That's my ultimate goal, is to make sure that they're so happy.
Yep, same. I just love being a part of their love story. You're going to forever be a part of their history. For the rest of their lives, they're never going to think of their wedding and not think that you were a part of it.
Right.
I think the ceremony as well, I love doing it. I love actually officiating, but watching the emotion and watching how much they love each other, it's my favorite thing. Actually, it's not my favorite thing. My favorite thing is when it is time for dinner and the couple sits and they're sitting there, and the entire, all their guests are sitting in front of them at dinner, and you're looking out at all of the people that love and care about you.
Yep.
I think that is the most magical moment, because life happens. There's going to be a time where all those people cannot be in the same room again. Right. I love that they can spend that special time with everybody.
Yeah.
And also have the photos to back it up,
right.
or video, and be able to reference that for the rest of their lives as well. That's probably my favorite part.
Yeah.
And of course, keeping in touch with my couples after.
Yeah, because you do build a relationship, whether it is just decor and setup. You
they turn into
communicate so much.
friends, family. Yeah.
That is a special moment when they sit down and see that, because that's their perspective. Nobody else can see what they're seeing.
Or word of mouth when they oh my gosh, I'm doing a wedding where I married the groom's dad. I was a part of the groom's aunt, their cousin, and I used to work for their grandma. Literally a bunch of history there. So
I would say my perspective doing the officiating is that was my first time ever seeing it from that perspective, watching everyone walk toward me. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so sweet. Everybody looks so beautiful. The babies are walking down the aisle and they're just everywhere, and it's so cute. And then I see her, and then I get to see him look at her. Yeah. So basically you're kind of seeing the eye of the photographer a little bit, but you're seeing with your own eyes. And then just to get into the ceremony part and for him to say, I didn't know you wrote all of this.
Yeah.
And so that's sweet. Yeah.
No, I just really, my job is a dream job. From a little girl, any little girl, when you tell them, what do you want to be? And you're like a wedding planner, planning dream weddings and being, your job is love and happiness. It's the best thing ever.
Yeah. I never really dreamt this. I never really thought that this would be something that I enjoyed.
Threw you into it.
But the more and more I got into it, it's a dream. It really is.
Yeah. What kind of vendors drive you crazy? Like
The photographers and the
videographers.
videographers.
Yeah, the videographers when
They seem to just clash so much,
They
and
have, like,
really,
crazy-
but it's such an art that they really should be collaborating together. And a lot of them just bump heads the whole time, and I'm like, aren't we here for one ultimate goal?
we definitely need to interview Brett Hatfield for that topic.
Yes, because I would like to know their perspective.
Yeah, I really want to hear his
What are you
stories.
thinking? Like, is a photographer in your way, or they just don't get along because one of them thinks video or photography is better than the other?
Yeah.
Like, what is it?
Yeah. I would say that's pretty stressful, yeah. But when you have a good vendor team, like we do,
Yes.
it definitely is awesome. I
But-
love working with our vendors.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I would say if I had to pick, that would probably be where I see a lot of, and it's not even just nobody getting along, I just see a lot of clashing between the photographers and the videographers.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I am excited to interview Heather
Yes.
with West Events, the venue manager. So we'll get into that next.
Yes.
Welcome back to episode 3 of I Do with 42.
The wedding podcast. We're here today at West Events.
Yes.
We're here with Heather, the venue manager for the West Events here located on Madeira Beach, Florida. One thing I really love about this venue is it is a blank space. You can do anything from beachy to industrial to timeless. It really can fit any need. There's not a lot of restrictions. The owners are phenomenal, very easy to work with. Heather's incredible to work with. We love Heather.
Very sweet.
I just met Heather a little bit ago, about a few months ago, and just immediately hit it off with her. Her personality, you can tell she really loves what she does. She's very passionate about this venue, as are the owners. One of the great things I love about West Events is not only not a lot of restrictions. You can kind of, make it your own, bring your vision to life. But it is located on Gulf Boulevard here on Madeira Beach. So the sand is just steps away. So whether you're looking for a beach wedding where your guests come down from out of state and stay on the beach for a fun vacation and do like a micro wedding, or if you want to have a big to do with a beach wedding or a reception, or both the ceremony and the reception here at West Events, it's very versatile. It's beautiful. They work with amazing vendors. My favorite one of their vendors, of course, is 42 Lights. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. The in-house planners and coordinators are great. I've met them, and they just have a great team put together. So I'm going to go ahead and let Heather introduce herself and tell us a little bit about her role here, and ask her some questions about the beautiful West Events.
Thank you, Angie. I'm excited to be here with you guys today. Yes, as she said, my name's Heather, and I'm the venue manager here. I do love what I do. I've been doing it for a long time as a planner as well as a venue owner, and now being a part of this venue has been fantastic for me. As she was kind of saying, our owners, both Michelle and her wife Lori, take a lot of pride in this venue. One of the reasons that Michelle definitely wanted a place like this is she is actually a 2-time Olympian and a former softball player, as well as she still does ESPN sports analyst for the softball. And one of her fondest memories is always being able to create those memories and keep them, whether it's on a podium or the first time she walks into a stadium or things like that. And they wanted to open a place that recreated that for others to do the same, whether it's a baby shower, a birthday, or a wedding. They'd be able to come in and create the memory on the blank space that Angie was talking about and remember that forever. So that's why we're here, and we're happy to have that here.
I did
really
not
special.
know that.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
That's special. I love that.
Yeah, it's very cool. We have a lot of exciting little news things about the West here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
So what do you love about working with wedding planners and coordinators here at West Events?
So I love to see all the different things that kind of come out. So there are planners and coordinators of all types. There are ones that do the full planning, the partial planning, the day of or month of planning, and to see the special things come from each one of them and help their clients, whatever they are looking for, achieve it is very exciting to see. Coming from the planner side of it as well, I always took pride in making sure that my clients had exactly what they were looking for, and to watch these planners do this around here, it's really exciting.
Yeah.
So what do you find frustrating working with planners? Because of course we can talk about, which we will get into, the pros of wedding planners and why you love working with them and what they can do to obviously you know, accelerate and, you know, enhance the West events, of course.
Yeah.
But let's start with the dirty, like down and dirty, like all of the negatives, like, you know, that you find frustrating as a venue manager.
Well, I'm going to be honest. We have an elite list of, I don't want to call them preferred vendors because we allow any outside vendors in this building, including our planners. But we have an elite team of planner list that 42 Lights is on, that show up and show out for our clients. So I'm extremely lucky to say that I have dealt with some stuff in the planning world that may be frustrating, but here in the venue, we really do have good planners that come in and out. I wouldn't say frustrating. I do love it more when they want to come visit before they do something here and not just come in blindly. Of course, that can be frustrating for everyone. But again, I'm pretty lucky I don't have that happen very often here, which is great. But other than that, as long as our clients are happy,
Right.
I tend not to be frustrated.
Right.
So.
I think that the reason why I asked that question is because I've been on the side that you are as far as like running venues and stuff like that. And, you know, I think that the reason why a lot of venues have preferred vendors is because of the horror stories of working with planners or coordinators that a couple might, you know, be on a budget that they might be looking online and just pull anybody that they see, because anybody can look awesome on social media, right?
Oh yeah.
And I mean, I could talk about stories, so that's why I was like, I'm sure that Heather has some stories.
Yeah,
Maybe not
I
here.
I was gonna say I actually do, but not so much in this venue. I've been lucky the whole time I've been here. We've been very blessed.
Well, then tell us about the other
I
venues
was
then.
blessed. So back when I was in Virginia, I've had issues before with planners who didn't even know the names of the people in the wedding party, or they were the DJ on the mic as well as the planner, or they were intoxicated while doing the event. All of those things.
Oh,
yeah.
my kind of party. No, I'm just kidding.
But like I said, here fortunately, I've had great luck as far as I've been here. So
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice, awesome. All right, so then let's talk about the wedding planners on why, like some good experiences that you've had, and you know, something that made you grateful and thankful that you did have a wedding planner on site, and as opposed to a couple just coming in and having the aunt do all the work.
Yes. I actually, any kind of walkthrough or site visits I do, I kind of stress how important it is to have somebody that's not in your family helping out. You don't want grandma or mom or somebody over here sweating 2 hours prior, not getting their hair done, not doing the things they're supposed to do. So it's really important to have those people that can help you, whether it be a coordinator or planner or things like that. And I think I tend to have a good way of talking with people that they understand that is important, and they see that, oh wow, she's right. I don't need mom over here doing that. I really do need to have somebody. And I love that I have an assortment of planners and coordinators that help with all the budgets, that help with all the styles, that help with everything or just a little of something, because some smaller weddings that do have events, they are completely DIY. They need more setup and breakdown, not so much full planning, and I'm grateful to have planners that kind of do both ways.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree too.
Yeah.
I feel bad for when moms and aunts are in charge.
It's-
I'm like, they
yeah.
don't even get to enjoy the day or be with you or anything.
Yep. I have done one wedding here, and it turned out beautiful and everything was great, but mom was an actual planner.
Oh.
So it was really hard for her to want to relinquish that duty of planning. And so they basically just paid for additional hours, which we do allow additional hours here, so that she can plan. But it was still, from my angle, I'm watching her and I'm like, man, she really should be over there getting ready with her family. But it went great. It was smooth. The extra time helped them and everything was great. I love to see them take the day off.
For
Yes.
sure. For sure. All right, so what makes West Events unique compared to other venues?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that. So the West Events is extremely unique compared to most venues, from St. Pete all the way to Clearwater on Gulf Boulevard. We are not a hotel. We do not have one single banquet room that has to be flipped, or the cool carpet that's, you know, floraled on the bottom. We're an industrial, like, with some modern chic venue that is steps away from the beach, but also does not have to be a beach venue.
Right.
We have the courtyard. We have the separation in the rooms. We have a blank slate to kind of start everything that you need. I can even do smaller events in my one room. We can do a large event and take over everything. So we're really lucky, but we can still also give those looking for a beach wedding, an actual beach wedding directly across the street. So we're really, really lucky with that uniqueness. The other cool thing about us is we also have a get ready room that's available 12 hours, 8 in the morning until 8 at night, which is great because when you don't have a hotel, to purchase a room, you have to purchase 2 days in order to get that get ready time. And you don't here. You'll be able to be on site and you'll be able to get ready with your people, your makeup artist, your hairstylist, and look great and be ready for the day. We also have custom packages. So all-inclusive packages, of course, but our custom packages allow us to open up something for everyone. They allow me to help baby showers. They allow me to help our bat mitzvahs. They help me do celebrations of life. Again, making those memories for people that need the memories, especially in certain occasions. With certain catering teams or planning teams, I'm able to do that with those custom packages. So that makes us really unique compared to other venues around here.
It does.
Yeah.
We did the Fenway Showcase, and that's what a lot of brides said. I want to be near the beach, but not on it. Like I'm in my dress. I don't want to be in the sand, but this is ideal.
Yep, but they still want that 5 minutes of glow time right before the sun sets. So we'll go take our pictures, but I don't want to stand in there and my toes in. And it makes it accessible for all of those.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. We love it.
And I don't think that people realize how big this place is.
Oh no, they don't. From the
It's
outside,
huge.
everyone says it, especially people that have walked by it. So I've had a couple's parents or something that live in North Reddington. They're like, oh, well, we walk by here all the time. And they walk in and they were like, wow, this is huge compared to what we were thinking it is because you only see a little bit of it from outside.
So what is capacity?
So we kind of go with a different range. If you want a full seated plated meal, we really like to keep it around the 130, 140 range.
That's good.
Yes.
That's really good.
If you're able to do cocktail style or you're looking to do cocktail style, we can do 150, 200.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and especially, so we've had corporate events. We do a lot of corporate events, and those are also, we can do 200, especially if they're just looking for the projection screen. We have one of those in our big room, and you can actually set up the chairs just like theater style, and we can definitely do that.
That's really
And the
nice.
other cool thing is we have everything on site. We have crossback wooden chairs, we have the tables, cocktail tables, everything ready for them.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Awesome.
That sets you apart too.
Yeah.
So many venues don't even have that.
No, it's nice.
So can you share a little bit of the history about the venue?
Absolutely. So the venue's been open since 2020. Off to a great start that first year, you know what I'm saying? But yes, it's actually great. So the smaller room, the West Wing, that was actually back in the 80s, 90s, a fisherman's bar, the Fisherman's Bar in Madeira Beach. And then later on it was turned into a taco bar. But so that's part of the building. And then the larger part of the building was actually the Blue Ribbon Laundromat. And the larger room is actually where those conveyor belts were for the actual clothing. So the owners got both of them and bridged them together. And here we are sitting in the West. So
Wow.
Love
I
that.
yes, pretty cool, right?
Yes. That is so cool.
Yeah.
That's also how we kept like the exposed ceilings and stuff like that.
Of course.
And if you ever look at the larger room, it's called the Blue Ribbon Room, and that's in honor of the Blue Ribbon Laundromat. So
I love that they still like,
That is nice.
pay tribute to what it used to be.
exactly.
It gives it that
Special.
charm.
Yeah, they're also locals. The owners are locals here as well, so it's just important to them to reserve that as it is to all the rest of us.
Great.
Mhm.
So nice.
So this might be a good part of the podcast, like for this. So basically, probably the most chaotic wedding I've ever done was I was at a venue and it was a DIY bride on a budget. And she showed up, sweetest thing ever. I'm actually still friends with her. This was like 2018. But they run a budget. They did all of their own vendors. They brought all of their own linens in. Aunt Dot showed up drunk, forgot the linens, but promised she would drive over to Walmart to get those linens, and she did. But then also the food, the ceremony was supposed to start at whatever, like 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And nobody could find the caterer, whose name was Crystal. I was given a phone number. Thought she was a real caterer because at this point it was a DIY, and I was told that it's okay for them to use whoever. So I'm calling, no answer, no answer. And her name was Crystal, and this woman showed up in a lifted truck, probably on crystal meth. Crystal was probably on crystal meth. Not even lying.
Wow.
I'm not even lying. And it was Latin food that was cold in the pans. with sternos that she planned on lighting and heating and being able to serve.
Heating like an oven.
Yeah. No. Like she planned on the sternos heating the food hot enough to serve.
Like, yeah.
The DJ then shows up late with a rat tail and a cigarette hanging out of his mouth with the cords everywhere. It was like a complete mess.
Oh my gosh.
He's asking me what the couple's names were, what their songs were. It was a disaster. And then here comes Aunt Dot showing up with these rectangle linens for round tables, all different colors, and we made it work. Oh, also her hair and makeup crew didn't show up. I had to do her hair and makeup with my makeup in my car. So that's what I'm saying. Like, are there any stories, like disaster stories, that you've ever encountered? Like, is this real life? Is this really happening? As a working with planners or as a planner yourself?
Yeah. So like I said, honestly, in this building, no, I have had some before where I was actually doing a 300-person Indian wedding.
I'm jealous.
And we were about 2 minutes from lining everybody up to walk them down for the first ceremony. And we handed the paperwork to the priest that was there, and he informed us that he couldn't sign it legally in the state of Florida. So we were like, oh, that's news. We wish we would have known a little earlier. So here we are on the phone trying to get a hold of a notary immediately to figure out something we could do. We were like, it's okay, the bride, it's okay. And she hears it. So she's like freaking out. I'm like, no, it's fine. By the time you get up there, it'll be legal. We'll take care of it.
Yeah.
But as far as tips and tricks, as far as this building, my number one thing for especially the planning teams in particularly is just coming to check out the venue. Prism is great and you can see it, but not everything's to scale, and it's never going to be when it comes to a computer system like that. So it's really good to be able to see it, place the size, place where things can go, things like that. Our little nook back here is surprising. A lot of people will try to say, oh, it's just a cake room, but I mean, I've had a whole tattoo artist there. So it would be, things like that are definitely important, that we've had logistic kind of things before where planners just aren't sure where things go, and they'll send me a floor plan and I'm like, that's not going to work here. So it's that's probably my biggest thing, is I want people to check it out. The next biggest thing is probably DJs. We really like them to get in here and practice, because this building does not need a lot of sound. A little bit of sound goes a long way at the West events. So those would definitely be the two things I would hit on most.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right, so can you tell us more about packages here at West Events?
Yes, so it's really unique here, just like the venue. We do custom packages. We do all-inclusive packages. We can rent everything from the venue to supply everything you need for a special day. We have party packs to help with things like birthdays, baby showers. Obviously, a baby shower is not going to pay for a $100 plated meal per person. So we have the vendors that can kind of help with all of that. That's where our vendor list comes into play. We always allow outside vendors, but the ones that we have on the list, I know will show out the way they're supposed to, and help with the budgets and styles that we're looking for. And we really like that because we can help everyone. With being LGBT owned, we are a safe place for that as well. We have a lot of same-sex couples come here because they feel so safe here, and we're happy to have that as part of it. So those things are nice. We have the small room by itself, also the big, also the courtyard. So you can rent them all, and we can rent separate spaces. So we have a lot of versatility here with packaging and space. So we're happy about that.
Do you ever do two events simultaneously at the same
Not
time?
simultaneously.
Okay.
If I have a baby shower in the morning and a wedding at night, I can do it. I like to have a good 2 to 3 hour turn rate. We want to be able to clean the building properly. We have cleaning teams and setup teams and breakdown teams, and we want to ensure that everyone that's paying for it, whether it is a baby shower, or it is a birthday, or it is a celebration of life or wedding, they paid for their time, and we want to ensure that they have that time. So we make sure that we have a decent turnaround rate.
That's nice.
Yes.
Awesome.
Nice. So if they wanted to book here, what is like the best contact information?
Absolutely, you want to reach out to me. There's a few ways to do it. The number on Google itself actually will come straight to me. The one on our website will come straight to me. And then my number personally that also comes to me is 727-228-1116. All three of those are going to go to my phone, and I tell everybody, and I mean it, I answer anytime I'm not sleeping. So I don't do just the 9 to 5. I realize that people want to come see the venue after 5 or on a Sunday, and I make myself available for that. Again, we want to make those memories any way we can.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Really
And she's
nice.
not lying either, because we will text at like 10 o'clock at night. Like, it's great.
No, that's great.
I do.
That's
I am
great.
guilty. Sometimes I'm like, why do I do this? But then I do it because others may not. And I actually had one this morning. He sent an email, and I called him right up, and he was like, wow, you're fast. But instantly, they're going to be here this week. They're going to love the venue
Yeah.
and they're going to be with us.
Yep.
So,
Exactly.
yeah.
Before we end the podcast episode, is there anything else, any events coming up for West Events or anything else that you would like to talk about to let, future engaged couples know or the community know?
Yeah, exactly. So we have an open house on September 21st from 12 to 3. There's going to be vendors of all types in here showcasing what they can do. Even if you have a venue already and you're looking for vendors, or even if you're here for the venue but you don't have any vendors yet, come see us. If you want to see us set up, Eventbrite's the best place to kind of register to let us know you're coming. It is a free event and we encourage everyone to come by. Also keep a lookout on Instagram because we do these events every 3 months. So when you get engaged in November or December, come see us in January.
That's good.
Yeah.
So on Instagram, is it just the West Events?
The West Events. Yeah.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for letting us, come and check the space out and talk about, I don't know what I was saying.
I think what she was trying to say is thank you so much for allowing us to be here at the West Events to shoot our podcast, to interview you, and just kind of give them a glimpse of what they could have.
We're happy to have you ladies, and we're happy to work with 42 Lights all the time.
Yay.
So.